two of the most respected synthetic motor oils on the market. One claims to be formulated from natural gas and deliver unbeatable cleanliness. The other has built its reputation on extended drain intervals and premium protection. But when I ignore the marketing and follow the actual data, do the results tell the same story? In this video, I am digging through independent laboratory testing, industry standard engine wear tests, and virgin oil analyses from real drivers. We'll examine oxidation and deposit control testing, volatility measurements, viscosity retention data, and thousands of miles of real-world evidence to find out what really separates Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 5W30 from AMSOIL Signature Series 5W30. If you're someone who cares about protecting your vehicle with real facts instead of marketing hype, hit that subscribe button right now. Does the more expensive oil actually produce lower wear metals, and are the differences large enough to matter? Or are many drivers paying extra for advantages they'll never actually use? Some of the numbers we uncovered were expected, others were surprising, and a few directly challenged common beliefs. By the end of this investigation, you'll see exactly what the laboratory data, industry tests, and real-world oil analyses reveal, and whether the performance gap between these two oils is fact, fiction, or something far more nuanced. Wear protection. When it comes to wear protection, separating marketing from measurable performance can be challenging. The actual data behind those claims is often difficult to access because many engine tests are expensive, proprietary, and rarely published. One of the most important wear evaluations is the Sequence 4B test, which replaced the older Sequence 4 procedure. The test runs for 200 hours under carefully controlled low-speed, low-temperature operating conditions to accelerate valve train wear. While both oils carry API SP and GF6 approvals, neither company releases complete raw 4B wear measurements publicly. However, AMSOIL does provide more detailed information from the older Sequence 4A wear test. According to AMSOIL's data, average camshaft wear measured only 20.28 microns compared to the industry limit of 90 microns. AMSOIL uses this to support its claim of approximately 75% better wear protection than required by the standard. Rather than publishing specific wear numbers, Pennzoil markets using phrases such as unsurpassed wear protection and best-in-class protection. The company typically references performance exceeding industry standards and historical Sequence 4A testing, but publicly available documentation provides fewer raw wear measurements than AMSOIL does. That makes direct numerical comparison difficult. Then we arrive at Sequence X, another test that has become increasingly important in the turbocharged direct injection era. This 216-hour test conducted on a Ford 2-liter EcoBoost GTDI engine specifically evaluates an oil's ability to inhibit timing chain wear. Timing chain stretch has become a serious issue in many modern engines because fuel dilution and soot contamination can accelerate abrasive wear. This wear affects pins, links, and tensioners over time, potentially leading to noise, slack, or failure. The pass-fail criterion is 0.085% chain elongation. AMSOIL specifically highlights timing chain wear protection in its technical literature. They emphasize successful performance against chain elongation limits thanks to its PO and ester chemistry and superior soot handling. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum meets the same standard through its pure GTL-based stock and optimized additives. These contribute to excellent cleanliness and film strength that further support long-term chain durability. Across thousands of used oil analyses submitted to independent laboratories, one of the most consistent indicators of engine protection is wear metal generation. While laboratory engine tests measure protection under controlled conditions, wear metals reveal what is actually happening in engines being driven on real roads. The key metals typically monitored are iron from cylinder liners and crankshafts, aluminum from pistons, and copper from bearings and bushings. When examining AMSOIL Signature Series UOAs, a recurring pattern is exceptionally low wear metal accumulation relative to mileage. For example, a 2025 Ford Maverick accumulated 10,580 miles on AMSOIL Signature Series before sampling. Blackstone Laboratories measured just 8 ppm iron, 5 ppm aluminum, and 2 ppm copper. That translates to approximately 0.76 ppm of iron per 1,000 miles, indicating excellent control of wear. Additional AMSOIL reports show iron frequently remains in the single digits to low teens even at intervals exceeding 10,000 miles. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum shows a remarkably similar story when examining independent UOAs. One valuable dataset comes from a comparison on 5W20 oils in the same Ford Bronco Sport 1.5-liter engine. The AMSoil sample was drained at 10,000 miles and returned 6 ppm iron, 3 ppm aluminum, and 3 ppm copper. Looking only at raw numbers, AMSoil showed slightly lower iron and aluminum wear, while Pennzoil showed slightly lower copper wear. Normalized per 1,000 miles, AMSoil produced roughly 0.60 ppm iron compared to approximately 0.84 ppm for Pennzoil. When it comes to engine longevity, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum and AMSoil Signature Series lead the pack in high-performance protection. Real-world case studies of Ford EcoBoost engines show incredibly low wear rates, with oil remaining transparent and viscous over thousands of miles. Pennzoil's Pure Plus technology uses natural gas to keep pistons 65% cleaner than industry standards require. Meanwhile, AMSoil excels in sludge control and high heat durability, passing rigorous independent tests with flying colors. Whether you choose Pennzoil or AMSoil, both provide world-class protection for today's advanced turbocharged engines. These results reinforce the company's long-standing reputation for resisting turbocharger deposits and thermal degradation under severe operating conditions. In the same independent motor oil geek testing, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum performed respectively, typically landing in the upper middle portion of the rankings. While it did not match the very best performers in turbo deposit resistance, it remained competitive with many premium synthetics. Oils such as AMSoil Signature Series and specialized European formulations from companies like Liquimoli and Ravenol generally finished ahead of Pennzoil. This leads naturally to volatility, another characteristic that becomes increasingly important in turbocharged and direct-injected engines. Volatility is measured using the ASTM D5800N OAC test. During the test, oil is exposed to elevated temperatures and the evaporation percentage is measured. Lower numbers are better because evaporated oil contributes to oil consumption, deposit formation, and increased thickening of remaining lubricant. For AMSoil Signature Series 5W30, the published NOAC volatility is 6.7%. That's an exceptionally low figure for an API SP 5W30 oil. AMSoil openly promotes this characteristic as part of its long drain strategy. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum's recent formulations often appear closer to 10 or 11%. Oil analysts attribute part of this change to evolving API SP and GF6 requirements and additive package revisions. Even at 10 to 11%, Pennzoil remains comfortably within modern industry requirements, but compared strictly on numbers, AMSoil holds the advantage in volatility control. Over extended drain intervals and high-temperature operation, lower evaporation rates can influence oil consumption and viscosity stability. Now here's where the story becomes more interesting. Oxidation resistance and volatility are closely connected to the total base number, or TBN, if wear protection is the armor and detergents are the cleaning crew. TBN is essentially the oil's acid neutralization reserve. Every combustion cycle generates acidic byproducts. Over time, those acids consume the alkaline additives in the oil. Independent testing measured Pennzoil Ultra Platinum at a TBN of 8.5 for a modern API SP oil. That's a healthy value. AMSoil Signature Series, however, starts significantly higher. The company's published technical specifications list a TBN of 12.5. Numerically, that's approximately 47% higher than Pennzoil's starting reserve. This difference is important because TBN depletion limits extended drain intervals. A higher starting TBN does not automatically guarantee a longer service life, but it does provide a larger reserve from the beginning. This aligns closely with AMSoil's marketing strategy, which emphasizes extended oil change intervals and long-term oxidation control. Interestingly, when examining large collections of consumer-submitted used oil analyzers from laboratories like Blackstone, Polaris Oil Analyzers, and enthusiast databases, AMSoil Signature Series often retains measurable TBN, even at mileages where many conventional drain intervals would have already ended. In the direct head-to-head comparison in the same Ford Bronco Sport 1.5L EcoBoost using 5W20, AMSoil Signature Series retained a TBN of 2.7 after 10,700 miles, while Pennzoil Ultra Platinum held a slightly higher TBN of 2.9. Additional 5W30 examples show similar trends. AMSOIL Signature Series 5W30 in a 2025 Ford Maverick 2.0L EcoBoost maintained a strong TBN of 4.2. After an impressive 10,580 miles, with Blackstone noting plenty of active additive remaining. What matters here is not that one oil has a good TBN and the other has a bad TBN. Both are strong. The distinction is simply that AMSOIL enters the service interval with a significantly larger acid neutralization reserve. Another challenge facing modern oils is low-speed pre-ignition, commonly known as LSPI. This phenomenon became a major concern when small turbocharged direct injection engines started producing unexpectedly violent combustion events at low RPM. In severe cases, LSPI can break piston ring lands and cause catastrophic engine damage long before normal wear becomes an issue. To address this problem, the industry introduced Sequence 9 testing as part of API SP and GF6. Both Pennzoil Ultra Platinum and AMSOIL Signature Series meet the latest API SP requirements, successfully passing the industry's LSPI testing protocols. However, AMSOIL again provides more detailed public information. Signature Series achieved 0 LSPI events in 5 consecutive tests. The company describes this as 100% protection. This was manufacturer-funded, but used the same protocol for Dexo's qualification. Pennzoil does not publish a comparable 0 events statistic, but its formulation was updated specifically for API SP and GF6 compliance. The presence of significant magnesium detergent chemistry in independent PQIA analysis reflects the industry's shift away from older calcium-heavy systems. In practical terms, both oils are fully modern formulations designed around today's turbocharged direct injection engines. We've looked at wear, deposits, and LSPI, but another characteristic quietly influences nearly every category of viscosity behavior. How well does the oil maintain thickness across freezing cold starts, summer heat, and thousands of miles of mechanical stress? This is where the discussion becomes interesting because the numbers start telling a more nuanced story than marketing material. One of the best ways to evaluate thermal stability is to examine how well it maintains its viscosity as temperatures rise. Viscosity index, or V, is important because it provides an early indication of how resistant an oil is to viscosity changes. A higher number indicates greater stability, remaining fluid during cold starts while resisting excessive thinning under high temperatures. Pennzoil's data shows Ultra Platinum carries a V of approximately 173, while independent testing by PQIA measured 168. Even using the lower independent figure, Pennzoil demonstrates an exceptionally high viscosity index for an API SP 5W30 oil. AMSOIL's Signature Series 5W30 publishes a viscosity index of 162 across multiple technical data sheets and distributor bulletins. That remains an excellent figure and comfortably within the premium synthetic category, but it is consistently lower than Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. On paper, this gives Pennzoil a measurable advantage in viscosity temperature stability, suggesting slightly less viscosity variation as operating temperatures change. However, viscosity index only tells us how the oil is expected to behave when new. To understand how well it maintains those properties throughout an oil change interval, we need to look at oxidation and high-temperature durability testing. This is where the Sequence 3H test becomes relevant, introduced as part of the API SP and ISAC GF6 specifications. Sequence 3H subjects oil to prolonged high-temperature operation in a Chrysler Pentastar V6. One of the key measurements is viscosity growth. The industry allows up to 150% increase in viscosity before the oil fails the test. AMSOIL publishes detailed Sequence 3H viscosity growth figures. According to its technical bulletin, Signature Series 5W30 exhibited only a 0.1% viscosity increase during the standard test duration. AMSOIL commissioned a double-length version of the test, and still recorded only a 49.6% viscosity increase, less than one-third of the allowable limit. Pennzoil focuses its messaging on the thermal stability benefits of its Pure Plus gas-to-liquid technology and its ability to resist oxidation and deposits. Now we arrive at one of the best indicators of an oil's load-bearing film strength. High-temperature, high-shear viscosity, known as HTHS. HTHS evaluates viscosity at 150 degrees Celsius while being subjected to intense shear forces similar to those in rod bearings and camshaft interfaces. For API GF6A oils, the minimum HTHS requirement is 2.9 centipoise. AMSoil Signature Series 5W30 has an HTHS viscosity of 3.11. Pennzoil's oil is generally believed to fall within the typical 2.9 to low 3.0 range, occupied by many resource-conserving 5W30 oils. If it struggles during a cold start, none of those advantages matter during the first few critical seconds after the engine fires. The cold cranking simulator test measures how much resistance the oil creates while being rotated at extremely low temperatures. Lower numbers indicate the oil flows more easily, helping the starter motor crank the engine with less effort and helping oil circulate faster. According to Pennzoil published technical data sheets, the oil is typically listed around 4,000 centipoise at minus 30 degrees Celsius. However, independent testing conducted by the Petroleum Quality Institute of America measured viscosity of 4,871 centipoise. Even so, 4,871 centipoise remains comfortably below the 6,600 centipoise limit required for a 5W rating, leaving a substantial margin of performance. In practical terms, Pennzoil demonstrates excellent winter cranking characteristics. AMSoil Signature Series publishes a CCS viscosity of 3,968 centipoise at the same minus 30 degrees Celsius test temperature. According to multiple technical data sheets and distributor bulletins, both oils are operating far below the industry's maximum allowable limit. Both would be considered excellent cold weather performers. On paper, AMSoil holds a modest numerical advantage here. Whether that advantage matters depends heavily on climate. For someone living in Arizona, it likely doesn't. For someone starting a vehicle in northern Alberta, Alaska, or Scandinavia, it becomes more relevant. However, CCS is only half the cold weather story. Cranking the engine is one thing. Continuing to flow after startup is another. This is where pour point enters the discussion. Pour point, measured by a STMD97, represents the lowest temperature at which an oil will still flow. It does not represent the exact temperature at which an engine can start, but it provides insight into the low-temperature fluidity reserve. Pennzoil Ultra Platinum 5W30 carries a published pour point of minus 48 degrees Celsius. That's an impressive figure. This reflects the advantages of Shell's gas-to-liquid base oils. GTL base stocks naturally contain very low levels of wax-like molecules. As a result, Pennzoil has historically performed very well in cold flow metrics, placing it among the better-performing API SP synthetics. AMSoil Signature Series publishes a pour point of minus 50 degrees Celsius, measured using the same ASTMD97 procedure. A difference of 2 degrees at temperatures this extreme is unlikely to create a meaningful operational advantage in most real-world situations. Once temperatures approach minus 40 degrees, factors like battery condition, fuel volatility, and block heater use often become more important. With cold start performance accounted for, we can turn our attention to one of the most revealing aspects, additive chemistry. Before an oil ever enters an engine, its VOA fingerprint tells a story about prioritization and how they intended the oil to perform. Despite competing in the same premium synthetic category, Pennzoil and AMSoil follow noticeably different formulation philosophies. Let's start with the foundation, base oils. Pennzoil's entire ultra-platinum strategy revolves around its Pure Plus technology. Shell converts natural gas into synthetic base oil through a gas-to-liquid process, producing what the industry classifies as Group 3+. Pennzoil promotes the purity advantage of this process, claiming fewer impurities than conventional crude-derived base oils.